And we are back, continuing to talk football. Two more Blue Jays in here, former Blue Jays, now Bearcats. Ryan Jones, Justin Callaway. Justin, let's start with you because this brings back some old memories for you and the fact that your senior year, you hosted In the Trenches with Justin Callaway, a weekly segment we had talking Blue Jay football. Just seems like yesterday. So this is not new to you.
Oh, definitely not. I've been
the highest rated segment.
It definitely was the highest rated. I've been in here a couple times and interviewed some cats, so it feels like home.
Well, how about what you guys accomplished a couple weeks ago? And both of you guys starters for the Bearcats up in Maryville. You play on national TV a couple weeks in a row, 3 times throughout the season. You knocked the door down. You lost 4 straight national championships. We're not going to talk about that. Let's talk about this last one. Ryan, we start with you. You guys get it done and beat Grand Valley State, knock the door down. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
What did it feel like? We talked to Marcus a little bit earlier just about getting the weight off the back.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's very similar.
Yeah, definitely. Well, just knowing that, from my perspective, I've been down there 3 times and coming out twice, losing, and then my very last time I get to win. It's a great feeling. But then again, when I came in, knowing that we was playing Grand Valley, I just had like a deep thought that we was gonna win. Just because when we played against them before at semifinals way back my freshman year, it's like, well, I mean, they don't do nothing too spectacular out here. It's just a matter of them executing and who they played to me. And I knew that we was better than them once we beat them the very first time. And then knowing that we beat them again, it's just like, wow, this is easy now.
You know, Callaway, I think we just came up with a segment for Jones. Deep Thoughts with Ryan Jones.
I'd like to hear some of the deep thoughts. Wow.
Well, now we're going to talk more about, of course, you, Ryan, a cornerback for the Bearcats, and now talking to you, Justin. You have quite a story in the fact you go over to St. Louis, play a couple years at Lindenwood, and then you transfer up to Northwest, and in your first season, which was this past season, you wind up starting on the offensive line and being a big impact on that offense.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting for me to come in, and it took a little bit for me to earn that role, but it paid off, and it was exciting to end it down in Alabama with a championship.
And I think quite a testament to you in the fact that you were an all-conference player at Lindenwood. You're rolling over there. Things are going your way. And you kind of just put that all aside and say, hey, I'm going to start all over. Yeah, I mean, that was a big risk on your part.
It was pretty tough coming in, and it was different, but it was football, so that's what I loved. And you put the time in, and it turned out all right.
Now, you guys played together in high school up here at Liberty. Jonesy, what were your thoughts when you hear Callaway is coming up to Maryville? He's going to follow you.
Oh, God. That was my main thing. When I heard that, because coach started asking me about him, and I was sitting there, I was like, well, he's a good guy. He's also very open and funny. They're like, oh, yeah, that sounds like something we need. I was like, yeah. And then he gets up here, and I'm just like, man, has nothing changed since he's left.
Justin, first year at Northwest, probably an advantage for you in the fact, everybody's talking about these 4 losses in national championship games. I know I promised not to say anything about this, but you didn't experience any of that. So you go down to Florence, you're probably sitting going, hey, what's the big deal? Let's go down here and win.
Right. It was kind of nice for me because this was my first rodeo, I guess, and I didn't have those hanging over me like some of the guys, but I could also, from knowing the guys, I could feel that, and it was kind of like a sense of urgency, like we got to get one. It's time. We're sick of going home second best, and I think that's how the team felt. So we pulled together and got one.
I heard Coach Churchman, a lot of guys on TV and radio prior to the week saying, hey, this is a new year, we're not thinking about it. But I kept thinking to myself, my gosh, those guys have to be thinking about that, at least somewhere in the back of your mind.
Yeah, definitely. There's no doubt. You always think about it either way, knowing, especially if when we're down there and we're staying in the hotel, it's just, you're going to think about it. It's just like, yeah, we've been there too many times, and if we come out with another loss, it's like, well, what's the press going to say about us now? You know, this is the 5th time they came down here. They're worse than the Buffalo Bills or whatever in the NFL. You know, I definitely don't want to hear that. I didn't like hearing it last year, and that was my second time going. But I mean, it's just no matter what, you always think about it. I think even now I still think about it. You know, I'm like, well, if we would have did this or that, we would have won last year and the year before that.
Yeah. And I'm sure you probably also at the same time think of guys like Cody Lanas, like Joel Osborne, guys that went down there and lost, wishing that they could have had the experience you guys are getting right now.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
Again, we're visiting with Justin Callaway and Ryan Jones, a couple of former Blue Jays who now are national champs. I was asking, where's the rings at, guys? Are they not in yet?
No, they're getting them made. That's okay.
They're not quite in, but it'll be exciting when we get them.
Tell me a little bit about Maryville and the fact how cold it is up there. Before I went to college up there, I had a couple of guys tell me that had been through the program there that you won't believe how much colder it is just a few miles up the road. And I believed it that first winter. And you guys have experienced a pretty good snowstorm, haven't you?
Yeah, it was pretty.
I was up at Maryville working in the media side of things in the 98, 99 years. And at those times, when I think back, so many of those players were coming down from Iowa, from Nebraska, and we didn't have a whole lot of Kansas City kids on those teams. And now it seems like this coaching staff's really dipping into the Kansas City metro area.
Yeah, we're definitely. I say majority of our teams from the Kansas City area, and we're also going. I guess California and Texas is like our main 2 places we like to get our JUCO guys or even the high school guys, and they come in and make a big impact. So I could take that any day, actually.
We also have a couple more Liberty kids. They can't be on set with us today, but we have Robert Stow, we have Kevin Oconta that are with the program. Talk about those guys a little bit.
They're up there working hard. I know that. You know, we've got a couple guys. You know, Robert. You know, we've got this year. We'll have a very veteran O-line, and this was his true freshman year, so he's still learning a lot. But he's working hard, lifting hard. Kevin had to take a medical red shirt this year due to some things, and then Billy Quaiser also is up there, offensive lineman.
Billy Q, that's right.
And I know he just came off shoulder surgery, so he's recovering, but he's doing great and working hard. So.
And we mentioned just a little bit earlier, I mean, you guys have a ton of guys back at key positions. Is it safe to say you guys are already thinking repeat?
Oh, yeah. I think it's safe to say that.
Yeah.
It's safe to. Trying to enjoy this one a little bit right now, but when we get back to work, definitely that's the plan.
Yeah. And then you have coaches in the MIAA dropping like flies. Broyles is out at Pitt State. Fritz, I saw, just left from Central. So the rock of Mel Churchma is still intact in Maryville.
Definitely.
Guys, man, I can't thank you enough for coming by.
Right.
Appreciate
it. Good job down there at Florence. We'll keep in touch, and let's meet again here next year to talk about a repeat.
Sounds good. I like that.
All right.
And you guys have a good holiday.
You too.
You too.
Do the same.
And everybody else that's watching.
Right.
Very good. Ryan Jones, Justin Callaway here on Blue Jay Insider. We will break, and when we come back, we'll talk Blue Jay basketball. Roger Sturz joins us in just moments.